Hey everybody, it's Jerry, and what I'm going to show you how to make today is not fast, but it is easy, and this is going to be homemade granola. So there's basically two components to the granola. We're making it gluten-free, by the way. So the two components are nuts and dried fruit. So the first thing you want to do is take 4 cups of nuts. Now this could be any mixture that you like of nuts. I have walnuts, cashews, and pecans that I used. So you can use your favorite nuts. And basically take the 4 cups, put them in a large baking dish like this, and cover them with water and let them soak overnight. And then the next day, drain the water out and you've got your 4 cups of soaked nuts. Then I have a half a cup of mixed dried fruit. Now in this case I have pitted dates and raisins. And they've been soaking in another half a cup of water. So basically half a cup of dried fruit, half a cup of water, and let them soak for a bit, and then we're just going to put them in a food processor and grind them up into a paste. Okay, so once you've got that nicely ground up, then we're going to add the mixed nuts into the food processor. Now you may not be able to fit the whole thing at once, so you may have to do this in a couple of different passes. But basically we're just going to lightly pulse the food processor just to grind the nuts a little bit. We don't want them finely ground, but just to slightly grind them up. Okay, so going through in a few different passes, I was able to get all of the mixed nuts ground up in the food processor. So here I have the mixed nuts. And now the last ingredient that we're going to use is another half a cup of mixed dried fruit, and this time I have some dried apricots and some more raisins. So I'm going to put some of the ground nuts back in the food processor just because they have some moisture, and I'm going to use them to grind up the mixed nuts. Again, you don't want them finely ground, just kind of pulse it to get them slightly ground, and then we're going to mix all that back together again. Okay, so now we're just going to mix the dried fruit back in with the nuts. Okay, so just mix that all together. Okay, and then we're going to put this back into the same baking dish again. And we're going to let that dry out in the oven. And this is the part that takes a long time. We're going to turn the oven down to the lowest setting, whatever your lowest setting is on your oven. Mine is 170 degrees. Some ovens are 135 degrees. So just put it on the lowest setting, and then you're going to leave that for 24 hours to let the granola dehydrate. And then you'll be pretty much done. Okay, so it's the next day, and our granola has been cooking in the oven and drying out for a day. So we can see we have nice dry granola. And what I'm going to do to use it this morning is I'm going to make an acai bowl. And so I'm going to take a blender, and I've sliced up a banana. I'm going to save half of it for the bowl, and then the other half I'm going to put in the blender. And then I'm going to add to that a half a cup of almond milk. And a tablespoon of acai powder. Now this stuff is really expensive, but it's supposed to be very healthy for you. So it's called freeze-dried acai powder. So I'm going to take a tablespoon of that and I'm going to add that into the mixture. And then I'm going to blend that up. Then I'm going to pour that into a bowl. And I'm going to add the granola into that. So add enough depending on how much you like. And then I'm going to add the other half of the sliced banana. And there we have a delicious, healthy acai granola bowl. So try it yourself at home and enjoy.